ABC had a reporter, Matt Gutman, on his show. You might have seen the clip already. It's been blowing up all over the internet, but I want to get into the details of what this, I'm restraining myself from using some derogatory terms, from what this guy said about the text messages that were released from Charlie's alleged assassin. Play cut 1 and we will discuss.
The other thing that stood out to me, David, is those text messages. I don't know if we have seen an alleged murder with such specific text messages about the alleged murder weapon, where it was hidden, how it was placed, what was on it, but also it was very touching in a way that I think many of us didn't expect. A very intimate portrait into this relationship between the suspect's roommate and the suspect himself, with him repeatedly calling his roommate, who is transitioning, calling him my love, and I want to protect you, my love. So it was this duality of someone who the attorney said not only jeopardized the life of Charlie Kirk and the crowd, but was doing it in front of children, which is one of the aggravating circumstances of this case.
What? Oh, yeah, the relationship that this insane person had with his trans boy girlfriend, whatever, was touching and moving. Oh, yeah, I'm sure, I don't know, Jeffrey Dahmer had a moving relationship with his taxidermist. Like, what are we saying here? Now, people have been calling for the firing of that guy, Matt Gutman, and I probably would agree with that. Interestingly enough, did some a minimal amount of digging to find out that he's actually been suspended before for reporting things that were just factually wrong. In 2020, ABC suspended him after he reported that all 4 of Kobe Bryant's kids died with him on the helicopter, just, I guess, shooting off his mouth with no information whatsoever. But again, saying this is a very intimate text messages and it's very, very touching is absurd. I want to pull up some of those texts on the screen if we've got those. This is what he was talking about. And believe me, we debated and discussed whether or not to bring these up, because it's, again, sickening and disgusting. But effectively, we don't need to read the entire thing. The shooter has confessed via these text messages, and in that confession, Matt Gutman said, this is just touching. He did apologize. I don't want to not mention the fact that he has apologized. He did one of those standard, I deeply regret my words that I used, calling it touching. But at the same time, I'm not entirely sure how, while we can be forgiving of the individual, I'm not sure his employer should be forgiving of that, because there's another thing that people weren't talking about in this particular clip of him, is where he said, well, the shooter jeopardized the life of Charlie. Do you know what jeopardized means? Jeopardized means, definitionally, to put someone in a situation of danger or to expose to danger or risk. I hate to say it, tragically, did a little bit more than that. I think my new crusade is going to be language. Not policing language in terms of thought, but policing it in the sense of being precise and accurate. The shooter and his exchange messages with his trans boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it was, is not touching. Oh, I killed a guy because I'm trying to protect you. Oh, how touching and beautiful. And the shooter also didn't jeopardize Charlie's life. He took it. I think Matt Gutman should probably be fired, not because, well, I said some things that I regret, but apparently he's just a bad reporter. Language matters. That is going to be the thing that I'm going to harp on for the foreseeable future, honestly. It matters, and when you are reckless with language, when you don't recognize the significance of what words actually mean and what they actually do, that is when bad things happen. When we stop talking, and then when we conflate language that doesn't mean what you're trying to convey, or at least what you should be trying to convey, that's when problems start.